Here we are again. OddCast
Here we
13.
are again. Here we are again. What number's this, Colin?
This is OddCast 13, I think.
Well, some of us, Colin, brought up on the music of Elvis Presley, would say this is 12B and the next one will be 14 because suspicion keeps us apart.
Well, I won't even attempt to unpick that, but I get you thinking. Are we saying that 13 is an unlucky number? Is that what you're saying to me? That we don't
I
use?
think it might. I think it might be, and I'm just waiting for the timer to get to 6 minutes 13 or 6 minutes 12B, and then I have a question for you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Are you ready?
Go.
You've been doing some PEP work this week, haven't you? Some reviews of PEPs for one of your valued clients.
I have.
What is it you look for in terms of due diligence for PEP?
Well, there's a number of things you can look at, and sometimes you've got to put it in the context of the individual you're looking for or at. So, 6 things mainly: adverse media, jurisdictional risks, the commodities, if that person is involved in business. So there are certain types of commodities, as you know, that are more risky than others in terms of anti-money laundering, etc. Sanctions, which is a huge one right now.
Sorry, can you just say sanctions again?
I can say sanctions again. Yeah, I like that. Very scary. And it's not just the person. I think the one thing that people forget is it's not just the person, it's the business. And that person will be across multiple businesses. So every single one of those businesses has got to be checked. And the other issues with sanctions is making sure you have got the various spellings of the name. But then again, then looking at the business network, and obviously political exposure, which is obviously in the context of what I'm looking at, is relevant anyway. But we did discuss prior to coming on the call that those risk factors, and there are many others, might be sort of relevant to a series of podcasts talking about specific risk factors for due diligence.
We did. And I think we want to ask the fan if they would like a series starting at 14, running perhaps through to Disney, where we look at the 6 factors you just listed. Or do we ask Fred Fan or Francis Fan if they want to make some suggestions? Because otherwise, you and I will spend 4 by 7, 28 minutes on 6 themes relating to risk assessing of PEPs. Now, I'm ready for that, Colin. I know you're ready for that. My trade-based money laundering risk knowledge is PrEP. My commodities knowledge is PrEP. My high-risk jurisdictions knowledge is PrEP. But the fan might think, well, they want something else as well. So this is an appeal. And if you answer this appeal, I will not do any more Elvis Presley impressions. But
I'm sure there'll be plenty now then. Yeah. So I think what we could do is I could come at it from where would you go to get that sort of information?
By the way, this is you coming at it from an angle.
I can do that.
Very good, very good. And I'll come at it from this angle.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So we can look at the types of information you can get and where you can get it from. Credible sources, which again, during the training that I do for the online due diligence, is making sure you use credible sources, not just any old source because it appears at the top of Google.
Because I think that's incredibly important. There are credible sources and there are incredible sources, and there are incredulous, as in completely unreliable, completely biased, completely slanted sources. It can be the failed political opponent. It can be the disgruntled employee. And we have to learn to sort the wheat from the chaff and determine, is that slander, is that libel that's out there, or is it actually a little warning sign that all is not well in our PEP client's kingdom?
Yeah, exactly. And there is a skill in assessing information, because there might be a piece of information, for example, in a blog, And blogs are not always credible sources, but the information could be correct. And you know, I come from a background of information intelligence analysis, and it's teaching people how to have a model for evaluating information, and essentially how much weight do you put upon it.
Now, I'm going to cut across you there, because not only have you done that as a profession, rising to the superintendent level within the intelligence of the United Kingdom Police in various constabularies, but you now teach that as a skill set, don't you? You do investigative due diligence training to enable investigators to enhance their investigative due diligence, and you probably say that without falling over the words.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about that this morning. I probably would trip over my tongue, but yeah, and I enjoy it, and it's me giving back those years of experience and people that have invested time and effort in me as well. But we're closing. We're down 50 seconds.
I was just going to say, so that was us talking because it flowed from our topic about some of the things you do. Because what we're saying to the audience is we're happy to do a series looking at the factors you need to consider when conducting due diligence on ultra high net worth individuals, pets. We're really happy to do that. But we also need you to be aware of the skill set that we can bring to the table as well. So I provide training that's not just training, it's informative, educational, and engaging. But Colin, I have an admission. Not only can I not do Elvis Presley songs, I have no joke.
No joke.
No joke.
No
it's
joke.
No joke. I have no joke.
Well, we'll have to come up with 2 next time then.
Okay, it's no joke. I have no joke.
No, just
to say thank you.